यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So we all have our divine gadget. We can open Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, Text 8. Canto 7, Chapter 9, Text 8. You are sending the link? Okay. So anyway, you can repeat after me till that time. I'll recite in a very slow. None of us have studied Sanskrit probably, including me. So we'll try together. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Brahmadaya Suragana Munayotha Siddha Satvaikatana Gatayo Vachasam Pravahe नाराधितुं पुरुगुणैः रघुनापि विप्रो किं तोष्टुम् अर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजाते। अब तक तो ओपन हो गया होगा ना। ओके। श्री प्रह्लाद उवाच ब्रह्मादय सुरगणा मुनयोऽथ सिद्धा मुनयोऽथ सिद्धा सत्त्वैकतानगतयो वचसां प्रवाहे वचसां प्रवाहे नारादितुं पुरुगुणैः रघुनापि पिप्रुः किं तोष्टुम् अर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजाते। श्री प्रह्लाद उवाच ब्रह्मादय सुरगणा मुनयोऽथ सिद्धाः सत्त्वैकतानगतयो वचसां प्रवाहै नाराधितुं पुरुगुणैः रघुनापि पिप्रुः किं तोष्टुम् अर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजाते। श्री प्रह्लाद उवाच ब्रह्मादय सुरगणा मुनयोऽथ सिद्धाः सत्त्वैकतानगतयो वचसां प्रवाहे नाराधितुं गुणगुणैः रघुनापि पिप्रुः किं तोष्टुम् अर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजाते। Any Prabhuji will like to recite? Shri Prahlad Uvacha Brahmadaya Suragana Munayota Siddha Satvaikanata Vachasam Pravahai Naraditum Puru Gunair Aduna Piprihu Gunairabhinapi Pipru Kim Tostum Arhati Same Harirugrajate. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Naraditum Guru Kim Dostumarhati Same Harirugrajate. Okay. Please repeat after me the synonym. Shri Prahlad Uvacha. Prahlad Mahraj prayed. Brahma Adayah, headed by Lord Brahma. Suraganaha, the inhabitants of the upper planetary systems. Munayah, the great saintly persons. Ataha, as well like the four Kumaras and others. Siddha, who have attained perfection or full knowledge. Sattva, to spiritual existence. Ekatan Gatayah, who have taken without diversion to any material activities. Vachasam, of descriptions or words. Pravahai, by streams. Na, not. Ardhitum, to satisfy. Puragunai, although fully qualified. Adhuna, until now. Api, even. Pipruhu, were able. Kim, whether. Toshtum, to become pleased. Arhati, is able. Saha, he, the Lord. May, my. Harihi, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ugrajate, who am born in an Asuric family. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Prahlad Mahraj prayed, how is it possible for me, who have been born in a family of Asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma and all the saintly persons could not satisfy the Lord by streams of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness. Then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified. Please repeat the translation after me. Prahlad Maharaj prayed, how is it possible for me, who have been born in a family of Asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, and all the saintly persons, could not satisfy the Lord by streams of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness. Then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified. Purport, please listen. A Vaishnava who is fully qualified to serve the Lord still thinks himself extremely low while offering prayers to the Lord. For example, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, says, Jagai madhai hoite muni se papishta, puri sera kita hoite muni se lagishta. Thus he considers himself unqualified, lower than the worms in stool, and more sinful than Jagai Madhai. A pure Vaishnava actually thinks of himself in this way. Similarly, although Prahlad Maharaj was a pure, exalted Vaishnava, he thought himself most unqualified to offer prayers to the Supreme Lord. Mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. Every pure Vaishnava should think like this. One should not be falsely proud of his Vaishnava qualification. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore instructed us, Tranadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One should chant the holy names of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Unless one is meek and humble, to make progress in spiritual life is very difficult. Om Agyan Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, in which language I should speak? Tamil or Gujarati? English. I can't speak English properly. I'll try my best. On top of it, Prabhu asked me, it is getting recorded. So, there is a pressure. Then it gets uploaded. It means it is shared to the world. So, I'll be exposed to everybody. But we are very, very fortunate. And we are very thankful to Rajshekhar Prabhu and family, Sarita Mataji, that they opened up their house and we are all here. So I had too many things to speak, or rather I'll say I had too many things to speak. But Rajgauri Mataji requested me, or rather ordered me to speak on the pastimes of Prahlad Mahraj. Right. So let us see whether I can really reach till that stage. Okay. We need to first, I hope we discussed the Narsingh Dev Leela earlier. Somebody had discussed. So I do not have to go into that detail. Correct? Or should I? I usually do not speak in a very, very philosophical heavy way. मैं खुद भी बहुत लाइट हूँ, मेरा लेक्चर भी बहुत लाइट रहता है. I can't speak very heavy philosophy. But to speak the pastimes or to understand the pastime, to know the pastime, we need to take it in a very, very different. It's rather, the attitude should be little different. And that attitude is whether we have real love for Lord Krishna and his devotee, or whether we do not have that. At least we should be in the mode of that I am trying my best. So I'll give you some one or two examples, right? So in Tamil world there is one actor. Now he's old. His name is Rajnikant. We all know him, right? Anybody who doesn't know him? You know him? You also know him. उसका पोते का बेटा भी तेरे जितना होगा, फिर भी तेरे को याद है. So we can imagine, we all know him, right? Even this 7-8 years old child also know him. Now in his movie, if you see, certain things are not, one can just take it that ऐसा हो सकता है, it is possible. Not possible. I can give few examples. Okay. Because I am from Mumbai. So we inherently have effect of Bollywood. Okay. So please forgive me to quote these examples. But inherently we have this. Right. Those who live in Singapore, inherently they will start talking cannot. right? So instead of yes, no, they say can, cannot. It's normal, right? Similarly, Mumbai people, they will touch movies, right? It's normal for them. So important is what do we learn from it rather than absorbing that particular personality. So in his movie, the villain will shoot a bullet from his revolver, and this guy will hold that bullet with his teeth, and then he will turn that bullet in his mouth, and then he will throw it back, and it will go and hit the villain, and villain will die. Another way, in my childhood, when I was this boy, 7, 8 or 9 years old, he comes out, and he throws his cigarette in the air. He takes out his revolver and shoots. Now in police inspectors, they are not allowed to use the bullet anyhow, but this guy used it at that time, and he shoots that, and then that is what his cigarette lighter was. The cigarette comes down and he catches it, and then he smokes, and the villain is shattered with this wonderful. So the point is, if you tell anybody who is fond of this particular actor, hmm, you tell him, "ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. It's all impossible. It doesn't happen like this. It's all fake." The one who loves him will say, "Just shut up. I know all that, but I love him. So let me enjoy this, whatever is happening on the screen." Right? Similarly, practically all the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna or his incarnation, even his devotees, they are like beyond our sensory perception. But we enjoy it, we like it if we have developed love for Lord Krishna. Otherwise, mind will go in this, that how can a 7-year-old child can lift a Mount Everest, right? Govardhan, right? Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. How can a 7-year-old child lift Govardhan hill? And in few of the paintings where we have seen, but actually it didn't happen like that. In few of the paintings, we have seen that Krishna has lifted Govardhan just from the center. In actuality, it was not center; it was somewhere else. It was, the physics would not work in that way, but still it was Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. Now, if our brain starts working like PhD people or IITian people or MITian people, then it says it's just not possible. So I reject it outright. I don't want to listen. But when one develops love for Krishna, then what he will say? Just shut up. Let me enjoy my Lord's pastime. Like when Yashoda Mata or the Brajvasis, anybody would be told, he is God. He said, just shut up. He is my child. I have to take care of him. He is my friend. I have to play with him. Sridama beats Lord Krishna in wrestling match and he defeats him. Okay, he is gone. And when he defeats, he has to carry Sridama on his back. Right? Something like that. So, point is, when there is love, all these permutation, combination is out of our brain. And that's what the attitude should be when we are hearing Krishna's pastime, Lord Ram's pastime. In so usually when I speak, I for me some of the faces are new, some of the faces are out. Some of you may have seen me earlier, some of you may not have seen me. So when I ask a question, it's just to keep all of you awake. It's not to see how much you know. So my question to dear friend yourself, the black T-shirt. Yes, 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 yes. What's your name? Manikannan. Right. Can you tell me in Lord Ram's pastime, what was something which is beyond the sensory thing?
Lord Ram's pastime.
Whole Ramayana.
Whole Ramayana, I think he's a Purush. He's like a human. So I don't think so that there is anything that I know from mine that it's beyond perceiving, because his entire what is it birth was, he is supposed to be a
Human.
normal human. And he does all the activity which human does. But even though if you ask me one thing which I think beyond sensory perception is when he lets that bow and he tries to break when rest of them not able to
do it, right?
That is one of
So what? So you ask any devotee who is Lord Ram's devotee, and in particular or in general, all Vishnu devotee, they'll say, "Ha, It's very possible. It's very much possible. One incident is there where Narad Muni is going to Vaikuntha, and he meets one pure, very pure Brahman, and he says that I am going to Vaikuntha. You have any information to be passed to Lord Vishnu? So Brahman said, just ask him when I am coming to Vaikuntha. Huh? Then he met one cobbler, and he said that I am going to Vaikuntha. Um, can you please tell me what you want me to communicate to Lord Vishnu? That cobbler said that cobbler matlab juta wala na, mochi. Haan. He said that just ask Lord Vishnu when everything is okay, but is there any hope for me to come to Vaikuntha? Narad Muni reached. So Narad Muni asked Vishnu that I have two messages. One from that pure Brahman who is doing all his studies, everything every day, and we have this cobbler who is touching, perhaps whole life is in that leather. The Lord Vishnu said that the one who is cobbler will come, and that the pujari will take, that Brahman will take many births, and after that he will come. So Narad Muni came back, and Narad Muni first met, let us say, our Brahman, and he said, what did Vishnu say? When I am coming back. So Narad Muni replied that after many births you will come. That's what Lord Vishnu said. And there is this Brahman reverted. He said that you actually have never been to Vaikuntha. You are lying. It's impossible. I will be going next birth only. So you are lying. You never been there. Narad Muni went to that cobbler, and he said that you met Vishnu. He said, yes, I met him. So when I am coming to Vaikuntha, anything he said, is that very next life. So wow, so nice. I am so fortunate. So Narad Muni said that the earlier guy was not believing me. Do you still believe that I have been there? Yes, I definitely believe. So he said that how do you believe that you will go in next life itself? He said that Lord Vishnu can do anything. When he can put um, uh, an elephant from the eye of a needle, he can do that everything. It's very easy for me. So the point is how much faith we have. That's why Rupa Goswami says that bhakti starts with adhav shraddha. It starts with faith. Tatha sadhu sango. Adhav shraddha tatha sadhu sango. Sadhu sangha means association of devotees. It doesn't matter we have 50 people or 500 people or 5,000 people. Association is very important for our spiritual progress. So, Rajshekhar Prabhu, thank you very much that you gave us this opportunity. Now, I'll ask Vraj Gauri Mataji this question. Who says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that association of devotee is the most auspicious thing? Okay, I give you three options. Okay, I have to make life easy, right? Otherwise, person will. So, three options. Select one. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, three personality: Chandrasekhar Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Ramanand Rai. He says Ramanand Rai. I didn't ask him, but he said, when I ask question, all adults they become kids. Our Avijit Prabhu has this. He has seen this. Maybe your daughter has also seen. All adults they become kids. तुरंत एकदम से छोटे हो जाते हैं. So the answer is Ramanand Rai. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Ramanand Rai at the shore of Kaveri river at Kavur, Godavari river at Kavur in Andhra Pradesh. How do you say? Kavur. So now it is present day, it has changed, but in CC it is different way written. Anyway, important point is there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks many questions to Ramananda Rai, and one of the question is what is most auspicious, and the answer is association of devotee. This is most auspicious. So a gold ornament, a best shirt, pant, dhoti, kurta, sari, the best house, whether it is landed property, whatever. Nothing is as auspicious as. So when we are with each other, we should understand this is the most auspicious thing. Krishna has blessed us with this. right? We should consider this is so fortunate we are, that I have received, I am part of the most auspicious thing. So see, we are gathering, not all the Sundays everybody will be able to come. We have some engagement, but this is the most auspicious. Auspicious को इंग्लिश में क्या, संस्कृत में क्या बोलते हैं, या हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? शुभ. It's not lucky. You'll not get lot of money. Okay, you'll not get lot of wealth or promotion in office, or wife will go to her mother's place. Nothing like that will happen. Okay. All husbands, they want wife should go for a few days to. ऐसा होता नहीं है. In auspicious, this is auspicious that we are all together and doing Krishna Katha. So in that Krishna Katha, when we hear Krishna's pastimes, his devotees' pastime, it's a churning, and it purifies the heart. What happens when heart gets purified? What happens when heart gets purified? क्या होता है? What will happen if heart gets purified?
Krishna will identify a real constitutional position.
Sorry? We will know what is our eternal constitutional position. And what is that eternal constitutional position? Jivera Swarup Hoye Krishnera Nitya Das. We will realize it in our heart that we are servant of Krishna. Right? So, this gathering, understand, we should accept, thank Krishna, thank even organizers also. All of us are via mediums. But when this gathering, it's very, very rare. Thousands and millions of people are there in Singapore. How many of them have come here? Right? How many of them are ready to listen to Krishna Katha? Such things, it's very rare. Right? So we should be very, very thankful to Lord Sri Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, and everybody else also. And think, it's not that our karmas were great or we deserved it. It's Krishna's mercy that we are all here. So this prayer which we read today, this prayer is spoken by Prahlad Mahraj. Right? The very first word, it says Prahlad Uvacha. Now you all could make out that we all had problem in reciting Sanskrit verse, correct? We all had a problem. We all had problem. We are not 200 years back where we could talk in Sanskrit. We are in present modern Kali Yuga, that also in Singapore. We have lost, but at least we could speak in our way. So for this, I will like to emphasize on this point before I jump on the verse. Chaitanya, Chanakya Pandit. We all know Chanakya Pandit. You know Chanakya Pandit? Chanakya Pandit नहीं मालूम और रजनीकांत मालूम है. Right? Right? Yeah, I will tell you, Chanakya Pandit, he came almost 2500 years back in India. He was a Brahman, and he was an economist, a philosopher, and a pure devotee. I will say this. So he had written many books, Arthashastra, this, that, blah, blah, and one of them is Chanakya Niti. In that Chanakya Niti, he writes and he says that one should recite and read scriptures every day. If you cannot recite, do a swadhyaya or adhyan, at least read one verse every day. If you can't read one verse every day, read half of the verse every day. If you can't read half of the verse every day, read 1/4 of the verse every day. If you can't read 1/4 of the verse every day, then read at least one word of the verse every day. Of course, it doesn't mean that we should be reading only one word, but the point which he wanted to say, in this scriptures, this Sanskrit, the words which are in Sanskrit, and sometimes we need the help of, let us say, transliteration and all that. They are not spoken by ordinary human being. They are divine, right? So we have got the opportunity. कई लोग बोल नहीं सकते. At least we can speak. We should read this verse, even if it is in tutti frutti Sanskrit. We should read. So when we are reading, let us say, Bhagavad Gita, please do not ignore reading verse and jump to the translation only and purport. With all our sincerity, this is fine. Doing nothing is something is better than doing nothing. But let us read so that our tongue becomes little familiar with his Sanskrit. So here Prahlad Maharaj is saying, when Prahlad Maharaj started offering his prayers, by that time Lord Narsingh Dev has already killed Hiranyaksh, correct? Right. So Lord Narsingh Dev had already killed Hiranyakashipu. Now Hiranyakashipu had a wonderful benediction, right? Everybody, we all don't want to die, लेकिन मौत सर पे मंडरा रही है, कालिया नजर उठा के देख, right? So अपना, we all have that same thing, right? So we are all are going to die. So Hiranyakashipu, he did his insurance. He wanted to cheat material nature. So he asked Brahmaji, what all benedictions he asked? Tell me one benediction.
That he cannot be killed outside or inside.
Yeah, you get 100 marks out of 100.
And the person who is going to kill him cannot use any weapons.
Cannot
Use any weapons.
cannot use any weapon, neither astra or nor shastra. Okay. What else? Neither inside or outside. Huh?
It's not, it should be a human or an animal.
A creature which is not created by Brahmaji. So nor human being nor animal.
It cannot be in the day or night.
Day or night.
It cannot be in earth
Or
uh,
in the air.
In the
Air. So he tried to do a lot of insurance that I should remain, because he asked Brahmaji that I want to become immortal. Brahmaji said, "Arey मैं immortal नहीं हूँ, तेरे को किधर से immortal? Even I am not immortal. How can I make you immortal?" So then he tried to cheat Brahmaji, and after that he asked various other benedictions, like I should become invisible, I should become very big, Anima, Laghima. Then for control over the material nature, that I, whenever I want, should get mango. Whenever I want, I get durian. Wherever I want, I get durian. Like in India, he was somewhere in Andhra Pradesh, so he wanted to eat durian. The durian would be available there, right? Right. If he wants an Alfonso mango in at his place, so from Ratnagiri directly at his lotus feet. So he wanted to control all that. But then Narsingh Dev came. Why Narsingh Dev came? Because this guy, he had so much with him, but he was असंतुष्ट. असंतुष्ट को क्या बोलते हैं? Not
happy,
he was, why he was asantusht, not satisfied? It is said in same 7th canto, स इत्थम निर्जित काकुब एक राट विषयान प्रियान यथोपजोषम भुंजानो न तृप्येत अजितेंद्रिय. He was not satisfied because he couldn't control his senses. He couldn't control his senses. The translation says, in spite of achieving the power to control in all direction, and in spite of enjoying all types of dear sense gratification, as much as possible, Hiranyakashipu was dissatisfied because instead of controlling his senses, he remained their servant. So he was not very satisfied. So because whenever he would see Prahlad, yeah, you know how many times Prahlad was brought in front of Hiranyakashipu before he asked that he will break the pillar. So first time when he was brought, Hiranyakashipu was not so angry. Second time again he was brought by Shand and Amarka. Do I have to go in detail of the story? I'm skipping because in earlier days it used to be Gurukul. So Hiranyakashipu also sent his son Prahlad into Gurukul. In Gurukul there were two teachers. Name is Tom and Jerry. Shand and Amarka. Okay, these two names. Okay, so he had sent these two. They were their guru. So first when he was in school, Prahlad didn't pay any attention to the political teaching which these two were teaching him. Instead he was telling all his fellow student friends, we should not be getting into all this. So then when he was brought in front of Hiranyakashipu, and Hiranyakashipu asked, what have you learned, Prahlad? And Prahlad replied, anybody remembers what Prahlad replied? Prahlad said that what is the, I remember, not able to remember the verse. Vanam gatoyat harimashrayeta tatsadhu manye asurvarya dehinam sada samudvigna dhiyama sadgrahat hitvatmapatam gremanda kupam वनम गतो यद हरिमाश्रयेत. समझ में आया? नहीं आया तो भाई मैं इसके लिए तो बिठाया मुझे इधर है ना. Then I will speak in very brief. Prahlad Maharaj said that, "O great king, demons king, right? You have no control over your senses. What you should do? Asurvarya, great demon, king of all the demons. Hitvatma patam grihamanda kupam vanom gatoyat. You go to forest to do your tapasya. And which one Prabhupada says specifically? Go to Madhuvan. Remember this, huh? लिखा हुआ नहीं है. Okay, it's there in purport, but it's not in the verse. So Prabhupada says go to Madhuvan specifically, so that you go and do tapasya to get your heart purified. And Hiranyakashipu took it very lightly. He said that my son is contaminated, send him back. So again he was sent back. Now again Shanda Namarka taught, and he was brought in front of Hiranyakashipu. Now this time also Prahlad Maharaj was same way. He spoke something. I am not able to recollect the verse. But then he spoke, and then this time Hiranyakashipu pushed Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, that the enemy has entered in our area, and he said that kill my child. And then Shanda and Amarka said that let us try once again. So they tried once again. Third time he was brought, and third time he spoke that verse. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. He spoke the 9 processes of devotional service. Okay, you heard it. So out of 9, just tell one. Okay, after second word. Huh? It's not Vananam, Mananam. Shranam, Kirtanam, Atmanivedanam, full surrender. You want me to recite? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. So 9 processes of devotional service one should do. That's what Hiranyakashipu was told by Prahlad Maharaj, and this time Hiranyakashipu was very angry, and he said, "I will chop you off." He took out his sword and he was about to kill, and then he asked that, "Where is your Vishnu? Is he in the pillar?" And then Prahlad Maharaj said, "Yes, he is there." Then he just Mukkamara feast, doom, and Narsinghdev came out, and Narsinghdev actually killed Hiranyakashipu. Actually, Narsinghdev appeared somewhere in afternoon time. He played a lot with Hiranyakashipu, and then at the time of dusk, he killed him. How he killed him? You need to tell me one part. How he killed him? With his nails. Beta, can you tell one more part? One more. What time he killed him? What time? Afternoon he came, but what time he killed him? Evening. When the sun has set, it was neither night nor day. Okay. Where he killed him? On his left at the entrance of his. It's neither inside nor outside. Right? With his nails. Nails are neither dead nor alive. Neither astra or shastra. What kind of form he had?
Not human.
Lion and monkey. Lion and human. So his whole torso and everything was human, but his nails were like lion and whole face was like lion. So this species was never created by Brahmaji. So Brahmaji settled everything. Lord Vishnu settled everything. Right? And Brahmaji got later on scolding. Don't do all this. But still later on Brahmaji gave benediction to Ravan also. Right? So Brahmaji is keep on doing mistakes and Lord Vishnu is keep on correcting those mistakes. So that is their friendship and their relationship. Okay. अपने को तो वरदान मिला तो क्या मिलेगा? बोला मैंने मांगो वरदान जो चाहिए वो. What you will ask? Suppose I tell you ask for the boon. What you will ask? Chalo, the time gone. It should be like this. Right? So हाँ, everybody is feeling enthusiastic. बून बून मांग लेता हूँ, कुछ मिल गया तो कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, खोखला आदमी है. So Brahmaji, Lord Vishnu took care of everything, all the thing. And then Hiranyakashipu was killed, but Narsimha was still very angry. Huh? So when he came out, he was Ugra Narsimha. And when he killed him, it was Jwala Narsimha. Right? Any one of you have been to Ahobilam? Right? So you have Ugra Narsimha also, you have Jwala Narsimha also. Somebody is angry, and secondly, somebody is angry like fire. And then he was like so angry that none of the devatas, they were able to approach Lord Narsinghdev. That just relax, he is dead. Right? Just relax. Right? When we are angry on our boss, we can't do anything. But the moment we hear that he is transferred, right? No need to do anything. Oh, gaya. Right? Relax. Right? So, but Narsimha is angry. What to do? So all the devatas, they started offering various prayers. First of all, Lakshmi ji was told, "You go." Lakshmi ji said, "I have never seen my Lord like this. I can't go." But still, all the devatas, they offered prayers. Brahma ji also offered prayers. 4 Kumaras also offered prayers. But Narsimha was still angry. And at that time, Brahma ji requested Prahlad, "You go." And then Prahlad Maharaj, the very first verse, what he says? Now you all hear this verse. He says, sorry?
From Asura family.
I am from Asura family. See, he says, how is it possible for me, who have been born in family of Asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Lord? Even until now, all the devatas headed by Brahma, they have all offered prayers. Although such persons are very qualified in the mode of goodness, what is to be said of me? How can I speak? I am not at all qualified. But then Prahlad Maharaj keeps on speaking few prayers, and Narsimha is very much satisfied. Then Narsimha makes Lord Prahlad Maharaj sit on his lap, and then after that, in Bhagavatam, that part is finished. Okay, there is some other thing which comes in various other Puranas about Prahlad Maharaj. So Narsimha is pacified, and then Prahlad Maharaj starts talking with him, like after some time, when the wife's anger is gone, then you are talking normally, right? Otherwise, when she is in a chandi mood, then you are very much afraid at the home. You agree? You agree?
Yes.
यस भी बोलने में डर लगता है, ज़्यादा जोर से ना बोल दूँ. So Narsimha, after that, Prahlad Maharaj asked Narsimha that what did I do that I became devotee of Vishnu? What did I do that I did devotional service? What did I do that I went through so much of trouble, but still I could remain surrendered at your lotus feet? See, certain things, when I have to express my heart, I speak in Hindi. Okay, so it's please forgive me in that. But in some life will never remain easy. Life will never remain easy for all of us. The struggle starts from the day when we are in the womb of our mother. She eats something hot which is very near to our body. The urine, the stool, everything is very near. She is moving and we are also boom, 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 boom. Right? It goes on. That struggle is there. Right? That struggle will never go. So Prahlad Maharaj asked Narsimha that, what did I do that I became your devotee? After so much of struggle with my father, why मैं इतना surrender कैसे रह पाया? What I had done? Suppose I just divert a bit. All of you ask a question in your heart. Krishna, what did I do that I got this wonderful association of devotees? Ask and answer yourself. Okay, don't tell me and to talk about anybody else. Right? Just think, what did I do, Krishna? I don't even remember what did I do. At least in this life, previous life I may not remember, definitely. But in this life, what did I do that I got the association of devotee with all the struggles of my life? Still, I love association of devotee. So Prahlad Maharaj asked the same question. He said, O Narsimha, I offer my obeisances to you. I am your devotee, O Lord of the Lords. I now express to you my heartfelt query. O Lord, how did I develop such intense devotion for you? O my Lord, kindly tell me, how did I became your exalted devotee? So Narsimha started speaking. Anybody remembers Prahlad Maharaj's past life? Somebody has heard the story? So I'm just going to tell that story in brief, very brief. Narsimha said that in previous life you were Brahman, but you never did study of any kind of scripture. Your name was Vasudev and you got attached to a prostitute. So you didn't perform any pious activity, and but you did one vow for me, and that one vow made you Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj asked that, what was who was my father in my previous life? What did I do? That one vow. What was that one vow? Although I was attached to a prostitute, kindly please explain me in detail. So Narsimha started speaking. He said that your father was living in a village known as Avantipur. याद रखना, in the end I will ask this question. Avantipur, not Singapore. In Avantipur. Anybody knows which is the present day city Avantipur? किसने बोला? कोई तो आप तो यहाँ से दिख नहीं रही माती जी, आंसर दे दिया आपने. So Avantipur, and your father's name was Vasu Sarma, not Sharma ji wala Sharma, it's Sarma, SAR, Vasu Sarma. And your father had 5 sons, and all of them, they were very devoted. Your father was also very devoted. He would also do every day yajna at home, but you would not do, and somehow you got attached to a prostitute. So because you got attached to a prostitute, you also started drinking wine and started doing various other sinful activities as well. So it is a package actually. You do one and you get carried away with second one also, third one also, fourth one also. So all 4 regulative principles. You break one, other 3 will follow. Right? Any one you start breaking, the remaining 3 will follow. So this Vasudev, he also started following that. So one time, Narsimha explained that at one time you had quarrel, jhagda ho gaya with this prostitute. It was too much of argument with each other. So he became very sad. So he didn't eat anything, he didn't drink anything. He came home, and because of that pain that I fought with her, you remain awake throughout the night. And the prostitute was also feeling the same way. She also remained awake. She didn't eat anything. And that day happens to be a very, very auspicious day. It mentions here what auspicious day it is. No, it was not. It was Narsingh Chaturdasi, but it's not written here. It's in some Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is mentioned some other day. Some other day. Some Ekadashi day. Anyway, for us, that's important is that Narsingh Dev said that you just did that one vow unknowingly, that you remain awake, you didn't eat, and hence you got purified. And next life, now you are Prahlad, and that lady, she became a Apsara in heavenly planets after performing her enjoying that pastimes or enjoying her Swarg enjoyment, and she came back home, back to Godhead. So this simple vow of doing the fasting on the Lord's appearance day or remaining awake, कई बार जागरण रखते हैं. Now point is not what we should be doing exactly what Prahlad Maharaj did. The point is following some kind of vow in our life. So Prabhupada gave us 4 vows. What are those 4 vows? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. Other than Prabhupada also asked us to do something more. What is that? Chanting 16 rounds. If we are chanting 16 rounds, fine. If we have just started coming and we chant only 1 round or 2 rounds, At least have some vow for yourself. I know few people who are coming for many decades, but they are following that. I'm following four regulative principle and I chant 4 rounds. I am not much keen for initiation, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's fine, but I am doing my 4 rounds every day. That is my vow. So from ISKCON's body perspective, he may not be qualified in a way for initiation and all. But from Krishna's perspective, he has taken some vow. He will definitely get the benefit of it, right? So, uh, having some kind of vow in our life, what Prahlad Maharaj has taught us, we should also do that. These vows can be very simple and very strict also. At our position, somebody can take vow that I will not drink, say, somebody is having habituated to drink tea, okay, morning, afternoon, evening. He says, okay, I will take only 2 times, morning and afternoon. Somebody is taking after morning and afternoon. He says, okay, morning time. Somebody is saying morning time, okay, I will take only once in a week or twice in a week. Somebody said, I'm not drinking at all. Very good. Then you take some other vow. Okay, I'll get up every day at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm chanting 2 rounds. I'll increase my 2 to 4 rounds, like that. Some kind of vow which makes us very sincere in our devotional service, and that is between you and Krishna. You do not have to do buffet announcement, everybody, yay, I have taken this vow. No need, no need, no need. So I'll end here now. If anybody has any question, I still overshoot my time by 6 minutes. So anybody has anything to speak? Question? No question means two things. Ujjain wali Mataji.
Prabhu, in this Kali Yuga, we cannot, we are not capable to do the devotional service like Prahlad Maharaj. So, what is the other way that we can, other than these 9 sevas, what we could do to perform the devotional service and progress in the bhakti?
Yeah, it applies to all of us, right? It applies to all of us. You all know the answer also, including you, Mataji. But I just to, for my own purification, I'll say, do whatever is possible. In your situation, you may be able to do only, if we quantify this thing, only 2 things. Somebody may be 4, somebody may be 5, somebody may be 6, somebody may be 10. So Krishna doesn't see how much you have done. Krishna sees the sincerity of the heart in which you have done. Krishna doesn't see, like Lord Ram, when that squirrel came, you know that pastime, squirrel? आपको हिंदी आती है? तो जब वो जो गिलहरी आई, तो वो कितनी मिट्टी लाई होगी उस पुल को समतल बनाने के लिए? कितनी मिट्टी लाई होगी? बहुत कम. और हनुमान जी जब ला रहे थे तो पहाड़ उठा उठा के ला रहे थे. तो हनुमान जी ने उस गिलहरी को बोला, तू हट, कहीं तू दब जाएगी. तो रामचंद्र जी ने हनुमान जी को डांट दिया, अरे वो उसकी सेवा कर रही है ना, और तू तेरी सेवा कर रहा है. तेरे पास जितनी कैपेसिटी है, जितना टाइम है, जितना एनर्जी है, रिसोर्सेज है, उसके हिसाब से तू सेवा कर रहा है. और गिलहरी के पास में जितना टाइम है, एनर्जी है, उसके हिसाब से तू सेवा कर रहा है. सो दैट्स, ही इज फाइन विथ बोथ. ही इज फाइन विथ बोथ. टुडे आई हैड डिसाइडेड दैट आई विल बी स्पीकिंग अबाउट the Mahaprakash Leela of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so we will keep that pending for some day, because initially when Rajgauri Mataji asked me, it was Chaitanya Leela which I was supposed to speak, but since Narsingh Dev appearance day has gone. So point is, in that Leela there is a lady who is serving very menial service. Basically she is a maid servant of Srivas Thakur, and she is just arranging the water pots, and somebody is doing various big seva. But then whatever she is doing, it is in her capacity. So you being a lady, a wife, housewife, husband, kids, a ghar pura, you may or may not have so much of time for somebody, a lady who is relatively free. Somebody who is doing job 9 to 5 every day, serving office, and then come back home taking care of the kids, taking care of the house. After that, you may have only 1 hour for yourself, and in that 1 hour, only half an hour you chant, because rest of the half an hour you do other. That's sufficient. That's sufficient. So Krishna doesn't see how much you have done. Krishna sees with what sincerity you have done. So just relax. Just relax. The desire to do more should be there. But because I am not able to do more, and hence I become morose, and the negativity overpowers, please, that's a problem. That's the problem. The enthusiasm to do more and more, it should be always there. Right? Like Radharani, Srimati Radharani, you know Radharani? Yes. Right? Now, it is said in the spiritual world, Srimati Radharani cooks every day new variety for Lord Sri Krishna. And none of the varieties, they are repeated. From eternity, she is cooking for Krishna, and for rest of the eternity, she will be cooking for Krishna, and none of the variety will get repeated. Okay. So, she is continuously improving herself. Now, again coming to Radharani, Braj Bhasha, Braj pastime ke bina raha nahi jata hai, to aa gaya main ek pastime. Shall I speak one very short pastime? That Srimati Radharani, she decorated herself. Now a devotee, he feels or she feels that my whole existence is for the pleasure of the Lord. So Srimati Radharani is not going for enjoying Krishna. She is going to meet Krishna to give him enjoyment. So she decorated herself very well, and she met him, and then Krishna just looked at her and said, Radha, today you have decorated yourself so nice, but you forgot to apply kajal. And she started crying that today I am not pleasing to Lord Krishna. Now, after dressing up very well, Matajis, your husband says a complaints, or he said, ye reh gaya. You feel bad that I have done so nice for you. Just first appreciate these things, and then you say ki wo reh gaya, chota mota kya, right? But the moment Radharani heard this, she started crying, and then Krishna immediately on one stone he just rubbed, and the kajal came out, and he applied that kajal in the eyes of Radharani. You want to have darshan of that kajal? Nahi, enthusiasm nahi hai, to rehne do, koi baat nahi. Okay, it's there in my wallet. Because when I went there, I rubbed that stone. Now it's not allowed, but I rubbed that 20 years back. I took that kajal, applied on a paper, whatever was available, I folded it and kept it in my wallet. So I keep it in my wallet. So the point is, when Radharani is doing the best possible, whatever possible, so whatever is in her, so in her means she did this much, whatever is in our means we do that much. So don't worry, relax. अपने हार्ट में हमको पता होना चाहिए क्या मैंने मेरा सब कुछ किया. यदि मेरे पास एनर्जी है कि मैं भगवान के लिए, एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ मैं, कि 2 चीज़ का मैं भोग बना सकती हूँ, और आप सोचो कि अरे वो कल का ही बना हुआ लगा देते हैं, तो प्रॉब्लम है. पर आप ये सोचो कि मैं 2 की बना सकती हूँ, और मैंने 2 का बना के दिया, और मैंने 2 भगवान को भोग लगाया, और एंड इट इज़ फाइन. पर इच्छा जरूर होनी चाहिए कि मैं शायद 3 भी बना सकती या 4 भी बना सकती. ये सिर्फ एग्जाम्पल दिया मैंने. फाइन. ओके, इज दैट आंसर योर क्वेश्चन? राइट. भक्ति में खुश रहने के बहुत तरीके हैं, और दुखी रहने के भी. माइंड का काम है हमको दुखी करना, तो हमें बुद्धि से प्रयोग करके हम अपने आप को खुश रखना चाहिए. मेरी बहुत इच्छा थी मैं भी थोड़ा लंबा होता, पर भगवान ने इतना ही रखा, तो भी क्या कर सकते हैं. इतना ही रख तो क्या कर सकते हैं. उसका भी मैं टेंशन लेके रोते रहूं कि मैं ये सेवा करना चाहता था, नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. मैं जगन्नाथ जी के रथ पे मैं बैठा था, और मैं जगन्नाथ जी के सर को टच नहीं कर पाया था. मैंने पैर टच किए, बॉडी को टच किया, एम्ब्रेस किया, सब कुछ किया, पर माइंड क्या बोलता है, अरे वो रह गया, अरे वो रह गया, काश मैं लंबा होता तो. अरे छोड़ना यार, जो मिला वो भी कम है क्या. आप में से कितने लोगों ने जगन्नाथ जी को गले क्या लगाया है, जगन्नाथपुरी के? 1 2, अरे यार एनवी आ रही है, 1 2 3 4, तो भी कुछ लोग हैं जिन्होंने नहीं किया. करेक्ट, राइट. सो ओनली फ्रॉम दिस पर्सपेक्टिव आई एम फॉर्चुनेट कि मुझको तो करने मिला है ना. तो माइंड का काम होता है उल्लू बनाते रहने का. दुखी होने के बहुत रास्ते देगा माइंड. बाय रूल मैन इज अ फूल. व्हेन इट इज हॉट ही वांट्स इट कूल, व्हेन इट इज कूल ही वांट्स इट हॉट, ऑलवेज वांटिंग दैट विच इज नॉट. वो माइंड का काम है. आई एम सॉरी, हाँ या आप कुछ बोल रही थी मतलब.
I would like to share one small experience just happened before coming ये आने से पहले आई वॉज टॉकिंग विद प्रभु 10 साल हो गए हमारा कुछ काम ही नहीं बन पा रहा है, पता नहीं भगवान किधर है. सो आफ्टर कमिंग बैक हियर देन आप लोगों ने अपने स्टोरी बता दी अबाउट दिस कॉबलर एंड ब्राह्मणा. दैट कॉबलर हैज़ लॉट ऑफ फेथ and he immediately trusted the words of Narada, and maybe I was lack in the faith, maybe because of that I would like to ask the forgiveness for the Lord.
फेथ को स्ट्रांग करने का सबसे आसान उपाय है भक्तों का संग लेते रहना.
हाँ, yes प्रभु, that is the
मस्त अपना फेथ स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा. फेथलेस के साथ, जो शराबी उसके साथ रहोगे तो हम भी शराब पीना शुरू कर देंगे. वैसे ये सब जो है ना, ये सब भी शराबी है, सिर्फ भगवान के भक्ति के शराबी है. हाँ, तो इन सब के साथ में हम रहेंगे तो हम भी भगवान की भक्ति के शराबी बन जाएंगे. राइट.
yes.
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस.
Thank you Prabhu, thank you for wonderful lecture and association of yours that gives very enlightenment for us.
जय जय श्री राधे श्याम. जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय. भगवान श्री नरसिंह देव की जय. श्री राधा माधव की
जय.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय.
श्रील गुरुदेव की
जय.
दाई गौर प्रेमानंदे.
हरि हरि